everyone, welcome back to While You Were Cleaning. Today I have some easy and affordable Dollar Tree Christmas decor DIYs to share with you. I really love how each of these projects turn out, and I hope that they are very simple for you to be able to recreate for your own home for your Christmas decor. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please hit that like button, please comment and subscribe, and we'll go ahead and get started. For my first project, I'm going to show you how to frame one of these large Dollar Tree gift boxes using the tumbling tower games that you can find in the toy section. These gift boxes are great to use with your Christmas decor. I'll be using this Farm Fresh Christmas tree box. I am using hot glue to glue my blocks together. You could use other types of glue as well. I just wanted something that would dry quickly. And I am pressing these up against the edge of the box to make sure that they're glued in a straight line. So I glued 6 together to go across the bottom of my box and then did another 6 to go across the top of my box. And then for each side of my box, I glued 9 pieces together. Not all of these blocks are equal lengths, so you may have to swap out some of these blocks later on if they don't end up being the correct length for the side of your box. The 9 blocks that I glued together for the sides of my box were just a little bit too short for the length of my box, but then adding another block would have been too long. So I did trim just a small amount off the top and the bottom of my box. And then on both ends of the box where I trimmed off that excess, I added some hot glue to close back up those openings. I left these flaps on the box so that I could use them to hang the decor piece on the wall. Next, I added 2 popsicle sticks to the bottom edge and the top edge of this gift box, and I only put glue on half of the popsicle stick and left part of it sticking out. These are what we're going to use to attach our frame that we made with those tumbling tower blocks. And then along each outside edge or side edge of the gift box, I added 3 popsicle sticks on each of those edges. To finish up framing this project, I added some hot glue along those popsicle sticks, and then I added my frame in place around the gift box. When I added that bottom frame, I lined up the edge of the blocks with the edge of my box. And so then I added a little bit of glue to that edge and then added on my side piece as well. And you can see it lines up here with the top of the frame as well. You just want to make sure that you add some glue to that end piece of the tumbling tower blocks as well, so that you're not just gluing the frame to the popsicle sticks, but you're also gluing it to itself, going all the way around this project. And here's how that project turned out. The lighting is just a little bit weird in my dining room because it was an extra sunny day, so the background is a little bit off. But I really love how this project turned out. I love the way that this frame looks, how it's raised out a little bit. And this is a great sized project for only a couple dollars. Next, I have a fun project using one of these pool noodles. You can find these in 3 different colors that are out for Christmas right now. And I'm first going to cut this pool noodle into 3 equal pieces. So the pool noodle is 48 inches long, and so I'm going to cut it so that it is in 16-inch pieces. A knife with a serrated edge works really well for cutting through the pool noodles and giving them a smooth cut. Next, I'm going to use some wrapping paper that I already had that has this wood grain to it. You could also use some contact paper from Dollar Tree. They have a couple different colors with a wood grain. I wrapped the paper around one of my pool noodle pieces so I knew how much I needed to cut off to cover the pool noodle. And then I traced around the end of the pool noodle on a piece of paper so that I could cut out a circle that would be the perfect size to cover up the end of this pool noodle. And you'll need 2 of these circles for each of the pool noodle sections that you are covering. Putting the rest of this project together is pretty simple. I cut down my paper so that it was 16 inches, just like my pool noodle sections, and then I hot glued that in place. I trimmed off any excess that might be on each end, and then I hot glued those circle portions on each end of my now logs that I made. I made 3 of these faux logs out of the one pool noodle that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and then I glued the 3 of these together in this pyramid shape so that they would stay put while I wrapped this twine around them. And I just wrapped it around several times, and then I wanted to just tie a bow right at the top of this stack. This is such a simple and affordable project to put together. Even if you needed to buy some new wood grain paper and a pool noodle, it would still only be a couple dollars to put this entire project together. And I just love how it's such a great sized project and takes up a nice bit of space no matter where you use it and decorate with it. This last project I had a lot of fun putting together. I picked up a pack of these natural colored popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. I believe they come in 100 pack. And I glued pairs of them together. They're only overlapping just a small amount at the end, maybe about 1/4 of an inch, a little bit more. And I glued 8 sections like this, and we're going to be putting together a snowflake with these. So then once you have your 8 sections put together, you can fan them out in a star shape and have them match up there in the center. And then we're just going to be using popsicle sticks and some hot glue again to hold all of these sections together. This is another great sized project that would really take up a lot of space on a wall. If you have a nice big empty wall that you want to fill and decorate for Christmas, you could even hang them from the ceiling. And there are so many different designs that you could go with as well. I was looking up some different ideas on Pinterest and decided to go with one that I found. So with every other section, I glued 2 popsicle sticks. I just held them together in that V shape so I knew they would match up there after they were glued down to the longer 2 section of popsicle sticks that I glued together. And then I did this again, but instead of sticking it right on top of those, I just moved in just a little bit onto that inner popsicle stick. So they're down just a little bit farther and they're not so raised up on that seam by just adding them right on top of that seam again, like I did the first set of V popsicle sticks that I put together. I know I might not be making a ton of sense here, but you just want to make sure that you get your angle right on those popsicle sticks while you're making those V sections, just so they don't mess up the center of your snowflake here. So then I cut apart a couple popsicle sticks so that I could glue that center of my snowflake together, and I just used these small little sections on the back side of my snowflake to pull all of those little ends together and glue them in place. I noticed that they went a little bit off center as I was gluing the outer sections onto the snowflake. So here I'm just adding some popsicle sticks going both ways just to make sure that it stays in place. And then lastly, I just want to add a couple more details to the ends of those original 8 pieces that I had put together. And these ones, I'm just gluing 1 popsicle stick down, then adding some more hot glue, and then putting the end of another popsicle stick on top of it. And I'm also making sure that I follow the same angle as those V sections. So they're not looking all way off angle or anything. They're following the same curve as the V sections that are right there above them. And here's the finished snowflake, and I really love the size on this. It's another great size project that you can put together for Christmas. A whole wall filled with these would look amazing. You could also spray paint them in different colors. And this is about 2 feet across from one side to the other. Okay, so those are all of the projects that I have to share with you today. I hope that you have enjoyed today's Christmas DIY video using Dollar Tree products. Let me know down in the comments which of these was your favorite, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!